We are live for episode 14 of the Beast and Bake podcast. How you doing, Nath?
I'm doing very well. How are you yourself?
Well, we're doing well. We've got 2 people watching us. How good's that? I'll try and work out how to get this. I remember we had something to do with the chat last time. If anyone's on here and wants to have a chat, make sure you just comment so I can see if I can spot it, if I'm in the right section or not. So we've got a big episode tonight. We got the Queensland boys are all in the shed together, doing Queensland things. I see a lot of hand holding and that, so that's good. Some team bonding tonight. It's going to be great to watch.
They're taking off their skirts as we speak. I don't know why.
Yeah, they're still polishing their trophies from State of Origin. So we've got a big episode tonight, a massive episode actually. We've probably the biggest one we've had so far. So we'll talk about the association and what's going on there. We've actually got the Demolition Derby Hall of Fame people to announce as well. We've got the raffle car, which is great. So that'll be announced tonight. So you got first prize is a built raffle car, which is the Toyota Corona wagon for Bow Desert on the 7th of September, which is 2 weeks away now. So that's one big thing. You got second prize is premium membership for the association or $200 merchandise, depending if you're already a member. And then the third prize is obviously association shirt, which is pretty cool. We've got the Queensland boys are going to announce their team tonight, which is pretty cool. We'll see who we're up against for Origin Game 2, which I'm quite looking forward to after the results of Game 1. And we're going to talk to Kenny. We finally managed to get him on there. It took half the Queensland team to drag him onto the screen, so we've got him there. They've actually got him there against his will tonight, so if he blinks SOS, just completely ignore it. All right, so we've decided he's under arrest tonight, so he's going to be staying there the whole time. Okay, and we're going to talk about next week's podcast, which is speaking with the boys at Demo in relation to Team Australia and the trip over to America, which is in like 5 weeks' time. So that's coming up quick. Oh, yeah, Malcolm's on the comments, so I'm on the right section, so I can see what everyone's writing. If you guys want to comment, we can actually see it in real time, which is pretty cool.
Next
an update on what's been going on, Nath?
Yeah, so a bit of an update with the ADDA. We now have members in every state except Northern Territory and Tasmania, so we're expanding pretty quick and pretty big. So as you mentioned before, we're 2 weeks out from our first ever event. We've only been operating for a couple of months and we're already booking in and we've got events on the calendar. So don't shy away. It's time to join up. The earlier you get in, the better. I suppose with that too, we got new members. So I'll sort of just read out all our members. And so from New South Wales, we got Al Bell, Cody Schmoll, Todd Cleal, John O'Bell, Jordan Clark, Jaden Taylor, Tom Bindley, Andrew Torgo, Zach Kelly. Queenslanders, we have Brendan Burgess, Rice Hack, Cody Hack, and Carl Thomas. South Australia, we got Kylie Flack, Simon Gibbs. And our newest member is from WA, Brian Lohmeyer, which is also down the shed with Byron, which you probably know him by that more. But, yeah. And I believe, is it Cody? Is Cody from Victoria?
Yeah, Cody's in Victoria. He was actually at Tullamore Derby, so he's already started kicking off that one there. So it's been a massive couple of weeks for members and stuff like that coming in. Like, I'm surprised that the leaderboard started out like it would be a nice, easy bit of a victory, but a bit of a bragging rights. But now there's nearly 30 people on there, so that's going to make it a bit harder to win that thing.
Speaking about that too, we got 8 members actually competing tomorrow in Penrith Show. So there's a small car and a large car derby. So in the small car, we've got Shane Beast Ryan. We've got Stacks, Jaden Taylor. So there's automatically 3 points there for each, 1 point each for you, depending how you go. We got the large car, so we got myself, Chris, Matt Moore, Zach Kelly, and Stacks again. So Stacks has already racked himself up 2 points by just showing up each derby, which is,
The
simple.
man's a menace.
Yeah. So, there's 8 people competing tomorrow with, 7, but, Stacks is entering twice. So, there's 8 new potential points, lot of points that are going to smash that leaderboard tomorrow. So, and there's a lead. Al Bell's leading at the moment. He's not showing up. So is he going to lose it? So,
it's going to be a battle. Like I'm very interested. I think Stacks, even if he bloody goes out there and sucks, he's still going to go right up to the top of that leaderboard doing 3 derbies in a month.
That's right. Like it's quick, easy points to earn. But we got a couple of people in the comments here. I'll just throw them up. So we got Daniel Catholic saying hello.
Yeah, I'm actually at his house right now. I'm halfway to Penrith as it is.
And we got Kylie Flack from all the way from South Australia. So, she's with Jeff and Simon as well. So, yeah, we got Caitlin, which is a board member of the ADDA. So, pretty good.
They're all watching. I think we've got a fair few people watching, right? So, obviously, they're all here to make sure that Kenny's okay in his captivity. So, he's put a little bit of a struggle at the moment up, so we'll just make sure we keep them off screen until the boys have settled him down.
I'm pretty sure they just brought out the 2-ton ratchet strap, so we'll just wait for that to be.
We'll wait for him to stop kicking. He is screaming at the moment, but it's fine.
While we're on the update, let's do the Hall of Fame.
Yeah. So, did you want to explain who each person is and why they got selected? I'm happy to take over whenever you want.
Yeah. So, I guess we're pretty proud of this. It's Australia's first Hall of Fame, and a good way to, recognise the blokes that sort of made the sport what it is, and sort of allowed us as the next generation to follow through and, keep it alive. So we decided to take 5 from each state. So obviously so far we've got New South Wales, South Australia and Queensland being our biggest states and members. So we're going to take 5 this year just to kick it off, and then we're going to induct 1 every year from each state. So with New South Wales, we'll start it with Rick Williams, which so he was my dad. He derbied for probably 20 years, got the Australian title in 2007, I believe it was. But he lived and breathed derbies. The big thing that made him, eligible for this was the fact that he lived and breathed derby outside the driver's seat. So it wasn't just about driving, it was about the longevity of the sport and keeping it alive. Also, we have Chris Taylor, another legend of the sport. Everyone knows him. You only have to mention Chris Taylor and everyone knows who you're talking about. Same thing. His love for the sport was massive outside the seat. He just wanted the sport to continue, and you can see it in his sons as well. His sons are the same way. They're passionate about the sport. I suppose I'll sort of let you talk about the next 3. They're probably closer to you than what they are me, but
yeah,
good old King of the North, Clint.
Yeah, we got big King of the North, Clint Walter, who the Queensland boys unceremoniously retired in the last state of origin. But prior to that, the man's a living legend. He in 2012, he was in the first City vs. Country event. And then he was, the 2014, was his first City vs. Country. He actually was the captain of the country team. Unfortunately, they lost. And then he went to last year's City vs. Country. He was also selected for that, for the actual city team, which was awesome. And then he was also selected for New South Wales. So that's a 3-time rep driver. The man's won pretty much every derby in the northern region of New South Wales and along the coast. And he's dangerous in every event he's ever been in. So he also ran pretty much Nabiac, Taree, most of the derbies along the coast for the last decade. So anyone that I think is deserving of the spot, he's there. You've also got my brother, Dave Ryan, who's one of the most successful drivers that's been in the sport in New South Wales. He also ran derbies in this area for over a decade. He actually restarted derbies in the area around the new Hunter Valley region when the Newcastle Speedway shut down. So without him, you wouldn't have Cessnock and Singleton and all that kind of stuff, because he sort of kicked it off once the Speedway closed. And as far as anyone else in old Holdens and stuff like that in New South Wales, he was pretty much the man in those things. Between him, your father, and Graham Passfield, it was one of the most dangerous teams in the 90s and early 2000s. And then you've also got, which I couldn't think of anyone more deserving of being an icon in the sport for the fact that he was in the sport for less than a decade and made such an impact, is Andy Jag. Which
impact's an understatement. Every time he hit you, it was a goddamn impact.
I would say everyone in Australia knows Andy Jag from his hits. He's had over 500,000 views of his hit at Sydney Speedway when he rolled himself over. The Americans on Trackshot Live and everything like that have watched that video and said the man's a psycho. And if you talk about iconic, I couldn't think of anyone else more deserving of a spot on the Hall of Fame than Andy Jag. He keeps saying he's not retired, but he hasn't done a derby for 10 years. So he's been out for long enough to know. I was talking to him today about it. He keeps saying, I'm coming back. But when he comes back, he'll come back as a Hall of Famer. So he should be proud of that. So from South Australia, we had our South Australian rep, Jeff Flack, do a poll. So the South Australians actually nominated and voted for the people, which was great to see. The actual response for that was huge. So unfortunately, I don't know a lot about the selections other than one of them, because I had a bit to do with him at the start. But so Jim Gardner is number one. He was selected by everyone else. And then you've got Channon Secker, which I know Channon, when I first started derbying, he was still in there. The man was lethal with Valiants. He loved his Valiant wagons and stuff like that, and started going towards the Magnas and stuff like that towards the end. But other than that, he was always a dangerous man comes derbies. You got Laurie Rosenberg, John Michelson, and Colin Webber. Like I said, I'll leave that to Jeff to work out their bio. I believe their families are doing the bio for each one of them, because obviously I'm not aware of their driving or any of the history. From Queensland, we had a few different.
Like you did say, like the response from everyone commenting in there, like everyone spoke massive.
There was over 100 votes for the first bloke, so they must have made an impact down there. For Queensland Hall of Fame, I'm going to butcher this name. I can see it. So you got Stephen Van Hoyen. He was very popular on all the comments, so he's obviously left an impact on there. All of these people will be on the Hall of Fame on the website, so you'll be able to look at their bios and their pictures and stuff like that once it all goes up on there. So all the information, no disrespect for them, it's just that I'm not aware of those states or those drivers, but each one of them has been nominated and spoken highly of. So you've also got Ray Arthey from Arthey from Queensland. And here's a couple of names that the boys will know. So Dave Jacoby and Wade Stephen have made the Hall of Fame as well. So both of those boys were named for the first Origin. And I've heard nothing but great things about Dave Jacoby. And Wade has probably earned his spot just in the amount of Holdens and the money he could have spent on them that he keeps smashing. And then you got Michael Ancliffe, which is another old Holden driver from up there. So we'll get those onto the website as soon as possible and have the bios and some photos of their old cars and stuff like that. Just a little bit of reading and a little bit of recognition for previous drivers and stuff like that. So we can actually you can't start building your future until you look at your past and respect the boys that have made the way. So that's what this is all about. And I myself think it's great that we've got Hall of Fame drivers that they might not be derbying anymore, or they might do one every so often or anything like that, but they'll always be in the Hall of Fame for what they've done in the sport up to that point, which is, I think that means a lot. And I'm hoping that we can do this every year to sort of show, look, this is with a recognition. If you've done something great in the sport, well, you're going to be recognised for that. So I think
that's right. Like, and a lot of the, it shows the next generation of drivers as well that, you need to remember that this sport's a lot older than what we are. And it was also a lot different back then too. So as the sport progresses, you need to still recognise that the old blokes sort of paved the way.
I think it's funny that the Queensland boys can't stay on the stream because they're not good with the computers, these boys, I tell you. They keep dropping out. So when they actually do come on live, guys, expect them to drop out because they've dropped out about 3 times already. They should be on there soon anyway. But whilst we're talking about Penrith until the boys get back on, what's your prediction in the small car derby, mate? I recognise a couple of names in there.
There's it's gonna be a different one. Like there's I'm just gonna find the list here. Give me a sec.
There's some unique cars in there. So just speaking about my car, I've put it on the page and that before. I've got a Mazda 3, which also never going to build one again because they're horrible. Nightmare car to build for wiring up. I have never had a car that was such a pain in the butt. So good to know. Hey, look, the boys are back on. There you go.
I tell you what, there was a little Mazda 3 at Lake Liddell.
Yep.
And yeah, it was pretty soft.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Well, it's all plastic in the front, and the back end of it is nearly non-existent. So I expect to just absolutely annihilate the thing, which will be fun to watch. Hopefully, I can take a couple of cars out as I'm going.
Like it kept moving. Like it copped a flogging, but like it kept moving. But eventually, I think it just sort of choked up and went, I'm done.
I got it for free from my neighbour, so I'll just rip in. I think Jaden's got a car that I'm really keen to see. He's got a Hyundai Getz. I remember watching, I can't remember who drove it, but someone hit it was a Honda Odyssey with one of those things, and it absolutely splattered the Odyssey. It broke it clean in half. So I'm really keen to see how that goes. And Stacks and his Mazda 626 is always good.
Hey, them old 626s go all right. I actually had one as a road car. And I flogged that poor thing, and it just didn't stop. I believe Shane Oliver actually ended up derbying it.
Oh,
back in the day. So,
well, we better bring the boys on because they keep dropping in and out. So, I think that Kenny's been settled down now. The boys are all standing away, so I think he's settled down. He knows he's not going anywhere.
Maybe they had to shut it down because they had to do some stuff off camera. So.
Yeah, leaving the legal liabilities aside, so they have to turn the cameras off. All right, we'll bring him on now anyway. How you going, boys?
How are we, boys?
Hey.
He's got no more fight in him, Aaron?
No, he's all good. He's pretty tame. I'm all good.
He's accepted his fate now, so that's good.
Yeah.
We thanks for finally coming on board anyway, boys. It's been good to have sort of you guys on here so we can have a talk about Origin and break it down, and obviously the boys that are involved in it. Yeah, Carl's absolutely hopeless at staying off screen. He loves the camera, the bloke, I tell you. He's just like, it's a podcast. I'm just going to sit back on.
If only that was Carl.
Yeah, I think he's gave away the ghost on that one. So, yeah, thanks for coming on board anyway, boys. It's going to be good to have you on here, have a bit of a mag about what happened and watch the video and stuff like that because, like I said to Nate ages ago, like, there's never been anything like that Origin, and it's good to get your perspective on it as well because it's probably one of the biggest events I've been to so far. So, build up to it. I know for a fact when me and King were in the front row, we were shitting ourselves whether he admits it or not. We were sitting there freaking out.
Yeah, it was a different atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely. So obviously, we'll introduce you. Who's talking back? All right, can you guys hear us?
Just there's too much randomness in the background.
Yeah. That's what happens when you have more on the piss.
Yes.
So yeah. So we've got. Just to introduce everyone, we've got Ken, the Burnout King Isepi, and we've got Aaron Paul. Can you both tell us how long he's been there for?
I've been doing it since 2010. So I was 2018.
2018?
I think. I don't know. Long enough.
What got you guys into actually derbying?
My old man did a fair few of them, and
I was heavily involved with the Speedway back in the day, and they started doing it with the Speedway again, and I had a crack and got into it. And first one wasn't a success, but we come back again and just continued from there. So it's been good.
I actually went and watched a Bowie show. My mate Jake Cox was actually passenger, and sort of went and watched it and got hooked after that. Went, yeah, this is all right. I can give it a crack.
Mate, there is someone breaking into your shed in the background. They've done the worst
Yeah,
Pink
funny.
Panther walk I've ever seen.
People, eh?
They're just hiding in the background. So, in relation to your Derby careers and stuff, is there anything that stands out as a memorable moment or the highlight of your career?
That was besides Origin. I've had a few good wins at Speedway derbies like Kingaroy, Toowoomba. I did a few 1,000 wins a few years ago. But a good one that I've done recently was probably Bow Desert last year. It's probably the biggest derby in Queensland at the moment. And I didn't intend to be finishing any decent spot and come second. I was pretty rapt with that. So, I was pretty happy.
My highlight's probably getting my first ever win at Lowood Show last year. And then followed it off with Warwick Show this year. With my highlights, and then obviously Origin too.
Yeah, Origin's definitely got to be out there after the result of that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So what actually makes you guys keep doing derbies? Because I know that you guys take a long time to build your cars and that. So what keeps you coming back?
Oh, it's just you try to get away from it and you go and watch one and you sort of think, why wasn't I here? So the next one comes around and you're back into it. So, but yeah, just seeing the old Falcons still rolling around and just derbying them, and I've still got heaps of them at home. So yeah, just get amongst it still.
Yeah, I don't know. For me, it's probably walking past the old bent cars sitting around the yard, and you go, there's one coming up. Bugger it, I'll go to it.
It's definitely
enough.
it's a
Even
feeling
though you
like
have
no
no
other.
intentions of doing them again, like for a while, you always end up sucking back into it.
Oh, Kenny's retired more times than I've had hot meals. He told me as we were driving out, he's like, last derby, mate, this Origin's last one. And I was like, hey, man, you want to do Origin 2? Yeah, man, why not?
I don't think it was that simple.
It was a simplified version of it. That was pretty much what it was.
Ask me again next year.
Yeah, well, let's see if New South Wales whoops is in round 2, and we'll see what happens. I reckon
I
he'll
heard
come
this.
back
I heard this last time.
and will happen every time. mate.
Extremely cocky.
So just to get the boys that I know are standing just off camera, do you want to just announce your team one by one and tell us why you chose that person, Kenny?
Right, I'll get my list happening here because I can't remember them all.
Aren't they standing
Fuck,
like
we got-
off camera?
Oh, not all of them.
No, we
Some of them are
don't.
a bit shy.
No one's here. Come on.
But
It's beers in the shed with Aaron and Kenny.
Well, that's all right.
You've
You've definitely got a couple of blokes breaking in then.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
your home security, mate, it is terrible.
Private security, mate. We need them to keep the New South Welshmen out of here.
So we got Sean Elberg again. He's getting another recall. He's just got to tighten down his carby next time. It'll be good for it.
Yeah.
We've got Corey Langton, the vice captain. He's here for another crack. I'm going to skip car 4 for a second and come back to that one. We've got car 5, Queensland 5, Aaron Paul.
We got Corey Langton, you know.
Oh, yeah, here's Corey.
he just
We've got
slid
car
on
6,
screen
Ben
there.
Langton. He's back again. We've got a new bloke this time.
Car 6.
Matt Magala. He's a bit of a veteran, and he's coming out of retirement for it, so that'll be good. We've got Brendan Burgess again to terrorise us. We've got Wade Stephan again. Hopefully he'll start the derby this time.
I'm bringing the oranges, boys.
Nick Johnson, he couldn't make the last one for work commitments, but he's locked in this time. We've got Reece Hack again, so look out Matt Moore. We've got Carl Thomas. He's back again. Matt Langton. So watch out, Shane. And back to car number 4, we got a lady driver, Jacinta Burgess.
Give us a chance, mate.
Oh wow!
Yeah, she's going to ruffle
Oh, that's
some feathers.
awesome. I'll have to get you to send me that list because half of those ones I missed. So who's the newbie that you've got?
Oh, we got Matt Begala. Show your face, Matt. Where are you? There he is.
Bit of a newbie.
I wouldn't say he's new. He's retired, but he's out of retirement, so he's good for it.
So what made you select him? Half your team's exactly the same as last year, so can't change that too much. But what made you choose a new bloke?
Oh, I was getting low on options, to be true. So.
He just sort of rocked up.
Here we go.
Nah, he had a bit of a mishap at work of recent, but he's all on the mend, and yeah, he's keen to get amongst it and give us a few. So yeah, see what happens.
Nice. Well, hopefully he doesn't smash cars like Wade does, because we can't afford to have those things out there too much. No, so I'm assuming all you boys are excited and keen to get in there to scrap with the 380 army.
Mate, you're dreaming, aren't
One hand bucket fuck.
I think isn't Reese in retirement now after Matt Moore hit him?
Didn't scare me, mate.
Sorry, Matt who?
He went out the next day and bought a 380, didn't he?
What number's that?
I don't know. What number was Matt?
Must have missed
9? I don't even remember what number he was.
Wait till next year.
Matt Moore, never heard of her.
Oh, yes, you have.
Oh, I really hope he's on here.
I
So do I.
I believe Matt Moore's
Even I
coming in
need
a
to
380 to
dance.
Bow Desert, isn't he?
Yeah,
That's what I
Matt Moore
heard.
and 380 at Bow Desert. I heard something
what I-
about him and
that's what
Reese
I
at the
heard.
start, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What are these things?
I party without pants on, mate.
Oh, look at that. They've
What's this
had
thing?
to bring it out.
Oh,
Here's one I
Oh, they've got-
prepared earlier.
Nah, yeah, they've got the fire starters out.
Yeah, I don't recognise that at all. That looks counterfeit. I don't. Nah, doesn't
Come
sound
over
fine
to
to me.
get one.
That doesn't look genuine.
mate.
I can always send it down for you to put on your wall one year if you want.
That's all right. I'll take it back
I'll be a
next
boy
year,
out.
mate. It'll be fine. Just keep it warm for me.
We've
Well,
all
how
rented
about we have a look at last year's or this year's Origin with all the boys around now. We can have a bit of a chat about it. I don't know if you've seen this version of it, but the commentating from Blake Taylor's a little bit on the nose, so you'll have to forgive him. The way this derby started, like there was literally nowhere to go but hit Kenny,
Yeah,
and then I had nowhere to go. 'cause
Who's that blue penalty? That's a pussy hit.
I was just matching what the other captain was doing.
Hey, he was cooking barbecue ribs.
Did you get that? No, you didn't.
I can tell you what, fucking next year I'm not driving in front of 9 fucking Queenslanders at once. I can tell you that much.
Oh, okay, put your hand up. Actually, I'll pause it here. Put your hand up. Whoever took out Nathan off the start.
Someone in a fucking panel van absolutely railed me.
He's over there. There he is. Come with
Yeah, someone was being mean and took him out straight off the start.
Yeah, I'll tell you
5
what.
seconds to the derby.
It took a forklift and about 25 hits to hit me on the driver's side to push the passenger door back out and roll the sill back down so I can derby it tomorrow.
I tried to tell him that you boys just randomly go head on for no reason sometimes. And
Oh, fucking
5
hell.
seconds into the event, there was head ons, and he's like, "What is that?"
We like to party.
I can tell you what, I underestimated how you build your cars, that's for sure.
Who was number 2? That was Corey, wasn't
We
it?
definitely party.
But I am not making that mistake again.
You mean cheap?
No, we don't cheat. We just party.
You see the
I,
stuff, they're all on the break, so they didn't even come for you.
I've got to say, I definitely love the visuals of this though, like having the maroon cars and the blues and that. Like, it would have been a great derby to watch in the crowd.
It was unorganized chaos.
Oh, it was so hard. Every time you go full stick backwards, there'd be a blue car there or a maroon car, and you'd be like trying to work out
Fucking going robot on us.
Start day,
I definitely got hit by a maroon car. So,
Track was set up. Any comments?
Your internet's as good as your driving, Shane.
Oh,
I
is it
reckon your internet's shit, Shane.
now or shit?
I'm glad it's not me this time. It's you.
Your internet's as good as your welding.
Is the internet working or not?
Nah, it's fucking dog shit. It's fucking out.
Break the gasless mig out, Shane.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck.
While we're
The
waiting for
armor
Shane to
shows
join back to us, we got Down the Shed with Byron
you
saying hello.
fucking gay Amtron shirt.
Oh, this is where
Is anyone
Jason
else on the
Rasport tried to
internet?
launch the centre wall. One of the boys tried to put him back on his trailer early.
Is it working now?
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Just.
sweet. I don't know what happened then. I think everyone's on the internet here.
Oh, that was
I
where
really
you
hope
make
they have
half on
less,
the wall, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Tried to
that
run
was,
away.
Jason Passport. He got stuck. Someone drilled him clean up the wall.
Something that
I hope there's less stoppages this time at least.
He decided he didn't want a part of it anymore and he was trying to get out.
I think that wall had like a magnet or something because there was so many cars that got stuck there.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I hit it.
This is probably the last time New South Wales looks like they were going to win this derby, that charge. And poor old Jake gets absolutely smacked here. And then I get fucking murdered.
Shane.
That was Jake, unfortunately, and then
Just death.
Shane got
And
railed.
then after that, mate, you couldn't drive.
That hit. But have a look at this. Like this one, that was a great shot. But whoever drove this panel van here, is that number 8?
11. Is it 8?
Yeah,
it's
whoever
11.
drove that one, that's what balked me. The number
That
8
one
went in the way, and I couldn't see number 9 coming because I looked forward before I done the hit, and the panel van blocked me view. And then here I am just dead.
And then you get smoked again.
Yeah. That one could have been a lot worse if Corey didn't pull out. That would
No,
have
I'll tell you.
A bit hard to hit your door, Shane, when someone else is parked in your door. Another blue car.
that hurt. Yeah, it was my own. Whoever hit poor old Clint straight into my driver's door, that sucked.
Yeah.
The whole
You hit
sill of
Cleveland,
my
Carl.
of that panel van on the driver's side is pushed up against the accelerator.
I tried to read the door. I found something. Just readjusted, and the track just looked at me.
Well, I didn't hit him hard. I was hoping I was going away from it.
If you had a fucking radiator in there, mate, you would have got more money at scrap for it. Anyway.
Oh, I didn't need one, mate. I was only there to smash people.
What happened? What do you wonder? He ended up on the smoker with his ribs.
Don't mind me, my beer's just overflowing. Oh no! Can you just? That one's just bad shit.
Penal man got 3 bins in it. You going to come back next year, mate?
Nah, there'll be no more rear-wheel drives for me. Next year, you have to deal with a real beast, mate.
I think we can.
So who's the first one to go on their roof next year? I reckon Kenny's going straight over.
Oh, yeah.
I reckon it's got to be the first hit. I'm gonna have to put him on his lid.
Come on. Can't do that. Can't put him on a lid for nothing, mate. Telling you.
Who
So
this
who was
person
driving
here?
8?
Yeah, who's driving that one?
Yeah, he's not on the team anymore.
Let's not talk about that, hey, because I own that panel van.
You own it. I want to.
Yeah.
So, did he ever explain to you guys what was happening here?
Hey,
Like,
come here for a
what was
second.
the actual process?
Come explain your actions here.
That was a renter ride,
Oh,
and
it all happened so quick.
So, hang on,
Yeah,
he's
yeah.
there.
And he was there, and I was like, "Fuck."
It was Travis, wasn't it?
Go on.
Can't hear him.
Was it Travis? Get him to come near the screen because I want to know what his thought was here.
I'm here.
You got to explain. Because
What
everyone went,
was your
"Shut the
thought
fuck up."
process in driving head on into the back of a ute?
Well, it all happened so quick, and I looked up and he was there, and he was sort of turning into me, and I was like,
Because he's as bright as busted fluoro.
yeah.
What was actually broken
So
on
it
that
wasn't
car
my van
besides
anyway, it was
everything?
Aaron, so
Yeah, it wasn't
His
his
problem.
so-
Did he wreck the motor?
yeah,
Oh.
Yep,
Kill him.
100%.
I did.
Yeah.
That was probably the
Yeah.
worst head-on hit I've ever seen. Head on into the back of a ute.
Oh,
Yeah,
he was
it all
in that
just-
car.
I don't know. I just looked up and I was like, oh no, it's too late. Tried to stop and the brakes. Yeah,
It was an expensive night for me.
I see it. Like you look at this, he must have been. You'd have to be flying there. Look, just bang. You
That
literally
ute
bent
wasn't moving
back
very
of the ute.
quick.
yeah. Well, that's what I
With
mean. I was hooking because I couldn't really see anyone, and then I sort of looked up further, and yeah, it was all
Was your-
over.
Hang on, before I go to that, was your bonnet bent so like you couldn't see before the impact or something? Or
I can't even remember. I don't think so.
no, you
No.
definitely should have
No.
been. You should have been able to see.
No, I was just caught up in the moment.
I just got
Trav
excited.
likes to party, and he partied a bit hard.
Yeah, it went a bit hard.
I see that.
Trav's like one of those
In-
blokes, like, oh, hi, my name's Trav, and I like to party. And he partied a bit hard.
In my
Just a
defence, it was the
guided
third
missile.
derby I'd been in, and it was pretty full on. It was next level.
In reality, instead of breaking his flag, he just wanted to bail. So that was his way of bailing.
Oh, Byron's working on a HG Brahm.
I think the best part was at least there was
When's he
video
bringing
of
that
it.
in?
Yeah, it made it really easy to pull it back out.
Yeah.
Oh, mate, I would have been surprised if that engine was still good, because that was straight into the back of the ute.
It ran.
Yeah, it's certainly not.
It ran.
It ran for a bit.
Do you want it?
No.
I'll send it to you.
It's now the size of a wallet.
Yes, the water pump doesn't do water pump things anymore.
Either is number one cylinder.
It's sort of like cylinder one's water cooled now.
I
That's
think
not water.
me and Kenny were. Oh, that's a cracker.
That was
That.
quick.
I think that was
That was, Matt
Brandon.
Langton.
Who was it?
So it's Matt again.
That was
coming
Matt
on.
Langton. Yeah.
Just bang. I tell you what, I've never seen him so
Your
on
internet.
point when it comes to running.
Shit, Shane.
Is it still dropping out?
Yeah, I thought ours was problematic.
This is because I'm halfway to friggin'. I'm not on my internet at the moment, so I'm in Cessnock.
That's your
Oh,
problem.
you're stealing your neighbours. I see how it is.
Yeah, yeah. I'm halfway here. I've got the Mazda on the trailer out the back,
Oh,
ready to go to Penrith tomorrow.
What did you boys think of State of Origin in terms of the whole event?
it was. I don't know. It was definitely a lot wilder than I thought. I feel the track was probably too big. I feel probably don't need the corners. We just need the straight this time.
Yeah, I think that's what me and Kenny worked out for the next one is to cut the corners off. I think
I
it'll
don't know
stop
what
it.
Kenny. I don't know what Ken's opinion is, but that was just my personal opinion. Is the corners sort of.
Yeah, maybe bring it in roughly to where that van is about now. Just shorten her up a bit.
Yeah, I think that'd be the way to go. It gets rid of that hiding spot around the corner too. Makes it so it's literally just straight back to backs and head ons.
My biggest discrepancy with the
needs-
whole State of Origin was door hits. Like they were fucking.
Oh, look!
wild.
It was.
I think it was just the pace. Like you just
It was very slippery, and I'll be honest. Like right at the start there, if you watch the start again, I definitely hit Shane in the door. I was hard on the brakes. It wasn't a very hard hit at all, but
Mate,
it
none of
was
the hits
very
were hard to be
difficult.
honest. I was just bloody bunging on the broken ribs.
Yeah, that's the biggest
was
thing too.
very
Like with speed, when you've got a piece of fucking metal traveling at them type of speeds, weighing what they do, trying to stop, it's not going to happen.
They're
These
certainly
hits
not
here are absolutely
stopping.
brutal.
And the
Yeah,
track
this
was good for traction, but then it was bad for traction at the same time. Like once you got rolling, it was good, but trying to stop was difficult.
Wait, does anyone else notice that you didn't see Kenny for the entire Derby until the end?
Didn't see Shane much either.
What are you talking
Nah,
about? I
'cause
was
he
in there
over
doing
the
all the
other
heavy
side
lifting
with
at
his
the
barbecue
start.
ribs.
Literally, I didn't see Kenny until from the start. The middle, he disappeared, and then at the end, when there was the win, he came in.
Yeah, look, he's gone in for the big shot. He's ruined his ute. He's done a shit burnout because of that. He should have just stayed away so he could have done a good burnout.
I just wanted to brag that I could still move.
I just came here to party.
We kind of wanted to brag that we turned up with radiators and, our shit didn't seize up.
Mine didn't seize up. It still starts.
The aim was to get to the burnout pad, but it just didn't quite happen.
Here we go. All right, everyone, pay attention. Okay, he's going to do something spectacular here. Any minute now.
Oh, look at that. Where was Shane? Oh, my ribs.
I think his engine just blew up.
Is that clutch or fire?
That was Kenny's moment of glory. Wasn't this this was when you said you were going to retire the first time, and you're like, I'm going to do this big burnout at the end, and then we've all ripped on you, so now you're coming back out. You're like, nah, I'm going to have to do another Derby here because they're all picking on me.
I know about another Derby, just do another burnout.
You just start the next Origin and just do a burnout and then leave.
Yeah, that'll do.
Why not? What's going on with the internet? Is it just freezing up on me or something?
It just keeps playing up like what mine usually does.
Yeah. See, this is why everyone's got to get Starlink. It works heaps better.
That's what was over.
What's that? That's the Cessnock connections. I tell you, they're not the best. But in the view of Penrith show, we'll have a look at last year's Penrith Derby just to get everyone pumped about tomorrow. I think we should have some videos for people going live straight away for tomorrow anyway. So whatever time that starts, we'll kick off. But this is last year's event. This was last year's little car derby, actually. They had a whole lot more cars there last year.
Your internet's playing up.
Is it still playing up?
Hey! I need a book, mate.
Is the video playing or what's it doing? Just dropping out.
Nah, it's your internet. I wonder if I put it up, will it change? So the car that actually won this is the car that I drove in the big car derby after it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So that black Subaru number 4 is the car I end up driving in the large car derby.
Also, there was 20 small and there's 20 in the large last year. That's pretty good. 40 cars.
Yeah, that's one of the Alexander boys driving that Subaru.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I tell you what, getting in the car after one of them, I could barely reach the pedal.
Oh. This is Jaden just wiping someone's front end off. I think it's a little Barina or something, that thing. I do like how they've got like the driver's doors are like halfway in the rear as well.
Yeah, it's the way they run it up.
Bigger, so you're not getting smashed every 2 seconds.
Once they start, they don't stop. Now. That's all they do. I've got no fuel or I can't drive anything.
Oh, these little things just don't die. I'd love to see a State of Origin with little hatchbacks. How we go?
Hey, you?
Oh, finally.
It looks like you're doing something else.
I lost him again.
You're really drunk them all.
Yes, fuck.
Like 4 cruises, mate.
No, they're all down.
They're all
There's nothing to first up.
Garages anyway.
No.
What'd you say? Shannon was in.
Where's that?
The
feel like
Black
catching
Subaru.
Well, you're in.
Number 4.
Is that what it
was that
is?
17.
Nah, number 4.
We
Oh,
catch it.
What's it worth if I get it?
That one there.
I'll give you $100.
Is it worth the fucking
We'll get it.
Well, go on a third.
I've got a
Almost just
4
wandering out the field.
Got any
Power steering what? Brackets.
The boys
If you
just
look
walked
over in
the
that
derby
corner
cars
there,
in.
behind the Australian flag, there's a 3-speed if you want it.
Is that one of the Origin utes in the background, or is that a Bowie ute? Nah, no idea. I've lost connection again.
No, you there?
Nah.
Is that an Origin Ute behind you, or is that a Bow Desert Ute?
No, that's the Origin ute. That's my ute. It will be at Bowie though,
I'm interested
just to
to see
keep my
Bowie,
haters
but-
happy.
Just keep your haters happy.
My haters keep me going. I'll tell you what, like we really love
I
them.
think the biggest prize money in Queensland is probably a good thing as well.
Yeah, she's a bit rough around the edges, but the old Holden Hunter will be there.
The Holden Hunter. Well, I hope Holden's going to be there. You're not going to pick on him. His poor old Holden might not even make it on the track again.
Oh, look, I'm sure Wade he'll do the parade lap or something, and then we'll just hit him for the sake of hitting him.
It's the only way he's going to get rid of that Holden. Someone's just
Yeah,
got to
I
hit
know.
him so it actually stops.
He just likes displaying it. That's all it is.
He just breaks hearts every time he takes it out there. Did it actually bend much when we were out there?
A couple of dints in it. Yeah. Shopping trolley dints.
Shopping trolley
Looks
didn't.
like it's been parked at the local Coles.
I was going to say, it didn't look like it got many whacks before it's actually keeved out.
It just wasn't running. Just rolled to the bottom in neutral.
Well, I think that's the end of the video. Almost just bloody. I think the flagging
He
might have
drove
went
out there and went, bugger this.
off. He gave up.
So really, we still beat you with 11.
Yeah, could have been.
Bloody
But
hell.
I think you're going to need 13 this time, mate. The
How
old.
about we give you 15?
You want to give us 15? I guarantee you, I've got 2
15.
drivers
15
right now
on
that'll take
12.
the spots.
15 on
Hey,
13.
Hey, this is live on Facebook. You got to be careful what you say.
Yeah.
We'll put 1,000
He's
on
the
it
only
as
one
well.
that's actually stopping numbers.
Hey,
I've got plenty.
Hang on a minute. He's just offered us 15 drivers and $1,000.
Oh,
You can have one or two Queenslanders.
I think I know exactly what I picked.
I'll tell you what, this is the
You're in
worst
there.
time for you to fucking drop out.
You might need to use that $1,000 on.
Is it still
I'll
dropped
tell you what,
out?
Shane,
Or
if you win, invest that 1,000 on some decent internet.
Cessnock internet, mate. Cessnock.
See how painful it is when your internet drops out?
I need to go back to. I need to go back. Why is it that I've got better internet in Emerville than I do in Cessnock?
What
Am I back yet?
do you reckon? 15 on 13.
Too easy. I'm tough.
Yeah, well, let's
And then the
see how
problem is-
Kenny's keeping quiet. All he's got to do is say
Yeah, the
yes,
problem
I'll
is,
have
though,
15.
When we win, it'll be, because he's had 15 drivers.
15 on 13, but your extra 2 have to be in Mazda 121s.
Wow. So they can just go head on.
Hey, if you make it XLs, we got a deal.
XLs and done.
Done.
I'll call up Andy Jag. What do you reckon?
Andy can have my 380.
Call up Andy Jag.
Watch him roll himself 1,000 miles an hour again across the field. Is my internet back yet or what?
Yeah.
It is.
You're gonna get it, baby. You're gonna get there.
Well,
Get that-
whilst
get
my
that next
internet
video
is
up.
working. What's that?
Get that
No,
next
wow.
video up while you're in it.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's no fair. Okay. There's bad. He's fucking almond.
We're all my goes. That
Well,
was
this
never
was
him.
I think this was 2018. This one at Penrith.
That was when he went. Well, you know, when he sit and draw.
So obviously they must just have like a giant open field for these derbies out there.
No.
Yeah, it's
So
pretty
How about we come back on next week and review your driving style from Penrith?
Mate, I'm going to roll myself or someone else. But if you think you can talk Kenny into coming on podcasts more often, you know, it took me 6 months to get him on here.
Nah, we'll be on next week then.
You're going to have a whole group of yous again.
Yeah, that'd
Nah,
be
because
weird.
they'll embarrass us in
Just
front
be
of demo.
Kenny and I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week we've got the head of demo coming on, mate. So I've got to talk up Team Australia. I can't have your Queenslanders on there.
Ooh, fucking hell. That's your first mistake, putting two New South Wales blokes on there.
Pretty alright.
I like how the New South Wales blokes had to host the Queensland titles.
Yeah.
What are you going to do when a New South Wales bloke goes up there and takes the titles off you?
Yeah. What happens when Matt Moore brings his 380 up?
He said a lot of brings us around.
Matt Moore brings his 380 up. I guess him and I are partying.
I'm looking forward to seeing whoever takes that trophy home in the. What's first prize? $2.5 grand.
Make sure he's number 5 for Origin next year, because him and I got some fucking to do.
I think he is number 5, isn't he?
He better be.
Well, I think he's got unfinished business with Reese.
Yeah, well, Reese can get in line.
It's going to be a gangbang, is it?
Oh, there's no gangbang. There's me and Matt. We be fucking.
Intimate relationship. I forgot. So obviously, half these cars at Penrith are all just random shit. Would you reckon
He
these
can
would
bring
ever
a fresh
go to the State of
380?
Origin? What's that?
He can bring a fresh 380.
That's
I'll be
generally
hitting
what
him.
we have to bring. Do you
I'll
reckon
be
these would
hitting him
ever
with
do
my
a
wagon.
State of Origin with these little cars? I could just picture what.
Nah, because then they won't have their fully welded utes.
Oh,
Oh, come off, but
with the bar work in the middle, from what I've heard.
Yeah. Who was that person, may I ask?
yeah, who was this? How about
They
Name and
have
shame.
confidential informants who may or may not be watching. Hey, who's this?
Maybe you can put them on your team and we'll take 2 New South Wales blokes. I've got 2 in mind.
yeah? How about you run him and his father, and we'll take 2 of your guys, and we'll call it done. We'll run 15 aside.
I think we need to introduce different states. I reckon we bring some Victorians and South Australians over. I know that the boys watching in South Australia right now would probably be keen. Get some more.
I'm
more
sure there's
cars
2
out there.
Queenslanders that'll happily run with you, and I'm sure there's 2 New South Wales blokes that'll run with us.
Nah, mate, we don't have turncoats in the Blues.
Come on.
Yeah.
We
Let's
definitely
call
don't
it
have
done.
anyone. No one wants to go with the Queenslanders, mate. No one wants that.
Let's do it. Come on.
Half the Queenslanders don't even want to be there.
Let's do it. 15 aside. Come on.
15 aside. Will you tell Kenny? And if he agrees, mate, I'll go 15 aside. I've got 2 other people that will be keen as.
You take 2 Queenslanders, we'll take 2 New South Wales blokes. 15 aside.
No,
we're not doing that.
No. Yeah, no.
The problem
Come
is
on.
all the quality drivers are in New South Wales, mate. You just blindsided us.
We've got 2 in mind that we'll take right now.
Yeah, the problem is all the quality drivers are in New South Wales. I'm not going to have any Queenslanders on my team.
All I'm hearing is excuses. Just agree to it.
I'll agree to 15 aside. I'll pick 2 extra New South Wales drivers. I'm
See,
sure they'll,
anyone can drive a tank. That's the problem.
You take the two Queensland guys that we have in mind. We'll take your two New South Wales guys. We'll call it done.
Yeah. Well, I know a couple of blokes from New South Wales. I'll send over there.
We've got our two picked.
That's not how it works. You just told us that we have to take the blokes you chose.
No, we're
we're
gifting you these guys.
Yeah, well, we'll gift you two of ours too.
Yeah, these guys are top blokes.
Yeah, so's ours. Why do you think they're not?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, top quality, full quality, mate.
Top shelf, hey. They're probably like the VB version of Drayton Orland.
You know, like the top shelf you don't want to touch. It's got the dust and that on it.
Look, I think eventually, when it comes to state of origin and stuff like that, we have to change the way the cars are because I want to see Kenny in anything other than a Falcon. What about a Ford Laser, mate? It's pretty much a Falcon.
I'll put you in an XF wagon.
Hey,
Sounds
can you
like
just
they've
let
never had a bullshit.
can you just let Daniel know that this is a PG show and like it's not?
I think we've.
You know,
I've got to tell Daniel to get off the freaking internet because this bloody
Yeah.
dropping me out. He's coming up to Penrith with me tomorrow anyway. He's my pit crew. Hopefully we can sort out his internet for the next year. Trip up. So is that one there? Is that one of the Alexander boys?
Nah. That the Alexander boys was last year. This is 2018.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Shannon. Shannon won it last year, and then I ended up driving that Subaru in the large car.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a Subaru wagon there, I think.
I tell you what,
I think that's Shannon there as well. I can
them
see
Subarus are absolute head-on machines, eh? I probably
Can't
did
say
about
they've actually-
10 or 12 like good, decent head-ons, and the thing just wouldn't die. I think it
Hot
ended
seat.
up busting one of the oil lines and catching fire. That's the only thing that stopped it.
No, it's not sit in the hot seat, mate. Hey?
They just sprayed a heap of fire hydrant shit down the intake, and it just killed it.
we got some
Oh, it was Mark that ran
Brown.
it.
So in this derby, is that Mark in that wagon?
Nah. That was last year. What Adrian's talking about.
Oh.
So Mark ran the Subi, and then Shannon, Matt, and Shannon ran the large car.
Oh yeah, there you go. Telstar. So Shannon won it this year as well. So last year and I think it's 2018. This one. No, I'm surprised.
Wouldn't
the boys
surprise
aren't
me.
going there this year.
The Alexander boys are menaces anywhere to do with Sydney.
Oh yeah, 100%. They're the boys to take it out. I'm actually surprised that they're not nominated for Penrith tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I'm surprised Adrian's not running either.
Oh, I'd say someone's got to run the derby. I'd say
Yeah,
he's
it's
probably
usually
one of the
his brother
officials or
that
something.
runs
Is that right, Adrian? You're running the derby?
No.
Unfortunately, someone's got to run it. I was going to go. I wouldn't mind doing Bow Desert, but I got to run the bloody thing.
Like it was really cool.
This shit goes on forever.
I like how they just got random people just wandering out halfway through the derby. Shouldn't tell me Ben so much that the fuel ones when he kept hitting the key to build up pressure.
Watch your Toowoomba's.
That's four Telstars. 2 after last year was enough. Fair enough. Got to know when to pull out. All right, I'm going to give it a crack now. I'll give it a shot at doing this bloody wheel of names. So what I'll do here, boys, I'm going to try and share my screen, see what happens. But for anyone watching, we're going to do the raffle now, okay, for the Bow Desert car. So let's see if it works. If it doesn't work, well, I'll just guess. All right, so let me know as soon as I do it if it's actually working. I can't see.
Oh no, you've shared the wrong tab.
Oh no, it's been
Close it down.
All
Yeah, sweet.
right, can you
that's
guys see
working.
that?
Yeah, that's working.
Yeah, we can see it.
All right, so we're going to start. We'll start with third prize. Okay, so third prize will go to.
I actually think all that shit's separate.
Yes, I'm just using
Yeah.
Alright, so Paul Scott, you have won yourself a shirt.
Has he only got one ticket on there?
Yeah, he's only got one. That was very lucky.
Very, very
Okay,
lucky.
so all right, number 2. So this is second prize. This is for a premium membership or $200 in merchandise.
Todd Cleal.
Todd Cleal, he's already a member, so he will be getting $200 in merchandise. Okay, so first prize, and this is for the actual raffle car. So the Corona wagon will go to.
But then we won that. Yeah.
Oh.
Keegan Mills. So congratulations, Keegan. You'll have to contact the Beast and Bake page, and I'll get all your details and all that stuff for the actual raffle car. Okay. Wow, that is very surprising. So we had Cody had 10 tickets in that. Jeff had some, and so did Simon, and then people that had like 2 tickets were the ones that won it. So surprising. So Keegan, yeah, you're gonna have to get in contact with us, and I'll get that all sorted for you, mate. Congratulations. And I'll get the prizes out to all the winners. So moving on to the next part. Yeah, so next week we're going to have the boys of the Demo Boys on here with Dustin Woods. So that'll be a live episode as well, which will be at 10 o'clock on Saturday next week. Which is going to be a good opportunity to talk to the Americans about demolition derbies and stuff like that. Australia, we hope it's going to be an ongoing thing with the Demo Boys, so that'll be a plus. Some interesting conversations in there, which would be good to see their perspective on our derby events and everything. And there you got Paul on there. Congratulations, Paul! You won your shirt, mate. Well done. Do you boys know who Keegan Mills is?
Oh yeah.
No. Can anyone hear me?
I can hear.
Yep.
Just a little bit.
All right. Can you hear Nath better than me or what?
Yeah.
Yep.
You know
Do you know
who
who
Keegan Mills is?
Keegan Mills is? He's the one who won the raffle car.
Keegan
I heard
Mills.
someone won raffle car, and that's about it.
Terrible sound there, I'll tell you. The bloke who won the raffle car, Keegan. Do you know who that is?
No.
No.
Never heard of him.
Good luck to Keegan. Hopefully, I get in contact with me. But yeah, so that's a good thing about next week. So we'll have the Demo Boys on there anyway. Thanks to everyone that was watching us live. Yeah, Nate, you want to do the outro, mate?
Oh, Daniel Rick says I'm enjoying
Oh,
the scotch.
What scotch are you
yeah.
drinking?
No, it's not scotch. Oh, double honor. It's honeycomb whiskey. It's fucking so.
I think, I'm glad that we got the Queensland boys about 8 o'clock because I think if it went any longer in the night, it was going to get real rowdy.
Yeah, so I suppose with the outro, just don't forget, if you're struggling with mental health, reach out to anyone. It's not weak to speak. It's definitely not a thing you should be embarrassed about. contact myself, Shane. You know, anyone that's part of the Derby community. You know, we're all happy to talk to you. You know, it's definitely nothing to be ashamed of. Hey, it's a lot easier to start the conversation than it'd be too late for the conversation. So I guess that's a big thing. But yeah, apart from that, just go on our website, have a look on our website. There's heaps of stuff there. Our shop's getting updated every day with new things, and while you're there, you may as well throw a membership in the cart and join up. That leaderboard's going to be, I think, in the next couple of weeks, especially, it's going to be really hard to catch up on. So jump in now, get on that leaderboard nice and early.
Yeah, definitely going to start getting competitive. Good luck to every driver at Penrith tomorrow, and we'll have some little scenes and stuff like that, some driver interviews and stuff whilst we're there. Heaps of in-car footage for next week, which will be good. I think a lot of the drivers have got that, so hopefully have some decent ones. He's one of Todd's mates. Who's Todd's mate?
The Keegan Mills.
Oh, okay, cool. Oh, at least he's done derbies before then, I'm assuming. But yeah, so we'll take it out now, boys. I'm going to try and get some sleep before the big drive tomorrow. And yeah, thanks for coming on. Kenny, Aaron, Brennan.
Thanks to all the boys. Thank you.
Thank you. See you next year.
Cheers. Wish you all the best tomorrow, mate.
Cheers, mate. I'll be getting some practice in.